Well, actually, something happened and I don't know, but thank God we haven't actually started. We were welcoming everyone online, and I know that a lot of people are still online. You are welcome to another day, and this is a special day. It's an amazing day. It's a unique day for all the singles out there. Please tag every single you know, every single man, every single woman, every single mother, every single father. Today is a unique day. Today is an outstanding day. Today is just specifically for all the singles out there. And you know what? Directly. What is my topic? I want every single to come online. I don't want us to make this mistake. Please, once you come online, like the video and share. That other one has ended, so we're just starting afresh. We're starting as if we didn't start that one. So once you come online, you like the video and you share it. Share to bring in other singles out there. A lot of people are on Facebook right now. And the questions and the messages on Messenger and on my Facebook, there are too many. So this is an opportunity to answer all your questions. And this is an opportunity to talk about that thing that has been like a problem to you. And what is it? Choosing a life partner. You know, people call and call and call, and some call and they cry, and some call and they feel something is wrong somewhere. I've actually read the book of Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. You can name all of them. And I've actually read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. You can name all of them. I am yet to see one lady whose prayer request was, I want to marry. God, I am of age. And I'm bothered because no man has come. I'm yet to see. But I've only seen ladies who went to the well and they got married. I've seen ladies who were busy at the well and suitors were just coming. Not just anyhow suitors. Not the sagging suitors. Not the yeah and the yo. Not all the suitors that just have their belt standing with their shoes and that's it. No, I mean responsible suitors. I mean suitors who are intelligent and suitors who have a purpose. Plenty of them. So today is going to be one of those days that all the singles would not forget. And this is a compulsory book for all the singles out there. It's written by me and it is called Single and Wise. Every single must have a copy of this book. Every single lady, every single man. You should have a copy of this. What is my topic today? Choosing a life partner. I'm going to start it and I will usher in my guest. Choosing a life partner. Is it challenging? Is it a major issue? Is it a problem? What do we do about it? I'm going to take you to the book of Genesis 24. It's going to be a long reading, so I will not bother you reading all through. But when my guest comes in to see it, I will be bringing out the scriptures according to what the answer she's going to give to us. So finding a godly partner, a compromising and perverse generation is actually a serious matter. It's a serious assignment for our young people. The world has become the church and the church has become the world. Somebody called me one day and said, Mommy, he came this skirt and well, come try it on the trouser. Meaning, I am tired of those who don't wear trousers. I'm tired of those who wear only skirt, and all the way long, turtleneck like I'm wearing, with no earring and no powder, no makeup, no antiperspirant. My dear, Biko, if you don't want to put antiperspirant or perfume, use lemon, because that odor is a direct attack on somebody's nostrils. It can cause nausea. It can make somebody vomit. So, but that's not my topic now. But a man said to me that I'm tired of those who wear skirt. Let me try trouser. You know, it's come to my regular saying that it's not about the content. It's about who you are. It's about what you carry. Who is the one looking for a life partner? I hear a lot of young ladies say to me, I don't want a man who is tall. I don't want a man who is short. Are you the one dictating? You are to be cited. You are to be seen. Somebody is to cite you. Somebody is to come to you. So your own is to be positioned well with good attitude. It is the man that is looking for you. You are not the one looking for the man. she. You see, he. The Bible says, he that findeth a wife, findeth a good thing. It's not the other way around. You're not the one looking for him. You don't want to position yourself in the church because you want him to come. But he wants to be he wants to be in the church. He wants to be in Eden. And you will come to meet him there. Remember that when God made Eden, he carved out a garden. And he put the man there. Eden means the presence of God. And when God made Adam, the very first thing Adam saw after God, there were animals. Adam didn't see Eve first. Adam saw God first. And then God showed him animals and said, name them. And whatever name you give them, that's what they will answer. The woman saw God first. And after God, the second she saw was Adam. They are very symbolic. Adam saw the container first. Adam saw animals first. He didn't find his wife there. And there was this hunger. But he didn't know how to tell God. He didn't actually know what to say. But by his statement, when the woman came, made us to understand, oh, he actually desired her. Oh, finally, she has come. I've been waiting for you. Finally. And now, the bone of my bone. How did he know? Who told him? Sensitivity is a product of spirituality. But for the woman, when God made her, packaged her, gave her the hip, gave her the breast, put elastic in her tummy, and when she receives a tiny sperm, it begins to, blow. Even if she's carrying 20, it won't burst. She will carry, deliver, and yet her body comes back together as if nothing ever happened. By the time God was not making the woman, God took her to Adam. The woman didn't try to locate Adam. God took the woman that he made. The man he formed, he put in the garden. The woman he made, he took to Adam. The man he made, he put in his presence. You don't marry a man who is not born again and you want to convert him. You are not the Holy Ghost. You are not the converter. He is the only one who changes a man. The man God made, God put in the garden. That's why you shouldn't marry a man who doesn't have purpose. A man who is not going somewhere. There must be something he's doing. It's not money. Money might not come now. But eventually, if two of you come together and join forces, money will come. But the woman he made, he took her by hand. Do you think God held Eve and didn't talk to her? Do you think they were going hand in hand? And they were going to meet Adam and God was quiet. He didn't talk to the woman. No way. He spoke to her. And then he took her to Adam. And when Adam saw her, he was excited. He even forgot to say thank you to God. He gave her a name. And God joined them together in holy matrimony. And they were both naked. And they were not ashamed. And the first home started. It started with God. Young ladies, if God makes you, he will take you to Adam. But if God, there's so many things can make a man. Fashion can make him. Politics can make him. Education can make him. Dressing can make him. A lot of things. Whatever makes you controls you. Whatever makes you dictates for you. But God made the woman and took her by hand. I said, I'm going to take you to a man. He doesn't even know you're coming. But let's see what he will do by the time he will side to you. Let's just watch. Hold on. There's something I need to tell you. You see this man. Don't ever stand before him and talk when he's talking. When he gets you angry, look back. And I guess Eve looked back. God said to her, this is called Shiloh. Anytime you're in danger and you need help, come back here. Go and ask Hannah why she had to settle with that Shiloh. Whenever he hurts you, whenever he tells you anything, don't confront him, come back here. That's why Proverbs 31 is dedicated to the women. And we're still waiting for Proverbs 32 for the men. And it will never come. That's why Proverbs 8 called her a nation. That's why Proverbs 9 called wisdom a she. There is something about the woman. God made her and brought her to her. So what do you have to do in choosing a life partner? Build yourself. Develop character. Have attitude. Be godly. Be at the well. Because Eliezer is coming. Eliezer is not the main one. Eliezer is the forerunner. Eliezer is an elderly man. Eliezer is not the one that is coming. But there is one coming that Eliezer was sent to go and represent. So Rebecca didn't do what she did because she saw a young guy. She saw a happening chick. That's actually why I chose my guest today. Rebecca didn't do what she did because she saw a man who had money. No way. She didn't do what she did because she saw a man who had flashy cars. No way. She did what she did because she was trained, she was sensitive, she was alert, she could see tomorrow today. There are those who eat their tomorrow today. And when they get to tomorrow, they'll become hungry. Are you ready for marriage? Then build content, not container. Don't look dirty. Don't look awkward. If it's two dresses, keep ironing and washing. Look neat, but build content. Because with content, container will come. With content, every other thing will come. And how do you build? Go back to the founder of marriage. Go back to, you cannot do anything without the manufacturer's guide. The manufacturer leads you, guides you, protects you, and he will show you the way. So in choosing a life partner, one of the major chapters of the Bible we should concentrate on and read and saw how Isaac chose a wife is Genesis chapter number 24. And the steps in choosing a life partner. I'm talking to the men now. The men that we have go by legs. They go by rolling eyes. They go by hips. They go by pointed nose. They go by family background. They go by the kind of school they went. Today it's not state anymore, it's federal or international. All of those things can be acquired. I know, have you heard of the story of a Chinese man who sued his wife for giving him ugly children? And he won the case. And they told the lady to pay him damages. You know why? Because the lady did plastic surgery and changed her ugly face, the way she was looking according to her, and gave herself a pointed nose and all of that. The man saw the container. He saw the container. Well, that was caught. He saw the container, married her. Then the woman started producing her type. He's in the DNA. He runs in the blood. And when she gave birth to the first one, it doesn't look like her. It doesn't look like the man. The man said, I'm not the father. They did DNA. The man is the father. The man said, who do you look like? When the woman brought out her original picture, this man took off. Because she changed. You are beautiful the way you are. You are celebrated the way you are. Whether you're short, the shorter the better. You're a giant, alakuku, the taller. What do you need a short man for? You are fat. You don't need a slim man. You are slim. Why do you need a fat woman for? You don't have breasts. Oh, you don't need them. It's load. You have it like I do. Oh my God, too powerful SMA gold. You don't need to buy pap in the market. You don't even need to buy SMA gold. You don't need milk. You have them originally packaged by your father. Celebrate yourself the way you are. You must be born again. You must know that the founder of marriage is God. In choosing a life partner, you must know who started marriage. You must know why he started marriage. For relationship, for companionship. For us to come together and hold hands together and pray. Family prayer is good, but couples prayer is powerful. Family prayer is amazing, but at the end of family prayer, the husband and the wife, they are the only people that have the spirit, soul, and body together. Your pastor doesn't have it. Your pastor doesn't have your body together with you. And he takes the spirit, the soul, and the body to hit up heaven. So when a husband and a wife hold hands together to pray, you will see the power of God come down. These are the two people. So we can pray as a family, but before he goes, call him back. The woman, I said, let's hold hands together. That is a powerful prayer because you are in agreement, spirit, soul, and body. So you must be born again. And then you must marry your tribe. How do I mean? The Christian tribe and tribe as it were. God, Abraham told Eliezer, go to my tribe. And he explained his tribe. He said, do not go to these people. Don't go to these people. Why? Because they are the enemies of God. So your tribe, whether Hausa, Yoruba, anywhere they are, Igbo, Ishekiri, Ibibio, Urobo, whatever, as long as it's the Christian tribe, that is your tribe. And then the tribe as it were, like I am Igbo, you are Hausa, and another Yoruba, in inter-ethnic marriage is for mature Christians. It's not for a baby Christian. Because it takes a baby Christian to cry that I'm Igbo, my husband is Yoruba, and my husband is talking to me and speaking, or he's talking to his mother and speaking Yoruba, and I'm getting angry. Why am I getting angry? Can his mother speak my language? And why should he speak English? Why won't I learn his language in few minutes or in few hours? Why won't I get interested? Why should my husband change his dialect? Because he married me. And so he will have to force his old mother to speak English because he wants me to hear. That's why inter-ethnic marriage is for mature Christians, not for anyhow Christian. That was what Abraham was telling Eliezer. Talking about the tribe. So you must be born again. Number 2, you must be a virgin. Let your heart not skip because you lost it. No. There are 2 types of virginity. Secondary virginity and primary virginity. Primary virginity is the virginity from birth. Since you were born, you've not had anything to do with a man. Keep like that. Secondary virginity, for some reason, you lost it. But you took a decision, like Rahab. When we heard you were coming, our hearts melted. We became born again. I became born again immediately. I'm here. I will hide you. I'll protect you. But remember me and my family. And the genealogy of Jesus is traceable to that woman. Look at the 4 women in the book of Matthew chapter number 1. And you would see that number 1 was Tamar. Number 2 was Rahab. Number 3 was Ruth. Number 4 was Bathsheba. These women, in your own analysis, do they fit in? All the wombs were tampered with. All these women had issues, but God needed Mary, the virginity of Mary, to sanctify them from wherever they are coming. So we needed a virgin womb to birth Jesus. So virginity, which one are you? If you're in secondary, please don't go back again. Stay where you are, and God can still use you, and you become who you should be. And then, remember Saul's daughter. If you're a man, Saul attempted to trap David by offering Michal to him as a wife. A lot of high-profile parents in the church matchmake their children. God is the perfect matchmaker. Don't matchmake anybody. But you can recommend, you can suggest, and let them pray. You see, this meeting will not be sweet with only me. So I have a guest who is, I'm going to call him right now. She is no other person than the wife of one of the amazing, lovable, spirit-filled, highly prophetic, worded. When I say worded, I mean worded. I love to listen to him. He blesses me any day, anytime. And not just in Omaya. I don't think there are nations, who don't know about him. Our own evangelist Uche Ume, and I have his wife right here with me. The clapping icon as we work. This is Uche Ume. Wow, Isaiah, you're good, yes. As we welcome Dr. Mrs. Uche Ume right here in my office, in my home, and I'm excited to have her. I'm excited, and I know that a lot of young ladies and young men are there. Some people are even desiring to marry somebody like her. No problem. You will hear her story, and you will see that God is faithful. At the end of today, our heart desire is for God to give you that spirit of sensitivity so that you choose the right person, so that you don't go by the container, but you go by the content. You're welcome, Doc. How are you? Thank you, woman of God. We're happy to have you. We're excited. Uche, are we online? Eh?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Are we on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Dr. Mrs. Uche Ume is a medical practitioner and the amazing wife of Reverend Uche Ume of the Power Word Ministries in Umuahia. Recently, Power Word Ministries dedicated their 2 auditoriums, 2 beautiful, outstanding auditoriums at the same time. It can only be God. It can only be God. And we were all there to celebrate with them. And yes, thank you for that clapping icon. I wanted everybody to clap and welcome her. because a lot of people make mistakes in marriage, and we don't want you to make mistakes in marriage, and so that's why we are live here today. Doctor, welcome.
Thank you, man of God.
I'm excited to have you. Okay, where do we begin? Where do we start? Oh, do you know Evangelist Uchume? All of you online, do you know him? Okay, you're going to know a little about him. Let's hear from her. She's a medical practitioner with Federal Medical Center, Omuahia. Maybe you tell us a little bit about who you are, your profession.
Okay. Dr. Mrs. Chioma Ibezim. I'm a medical doctor by profession. I'm training as a resident doctor in radiology in FMC.
Wow.
Yes. And I'm married to a beautiful husband.
She didn't say handsome. When a man is beautiful, the man is not handsome anymore. Beauty is higher than handsome for a man.
I have four lovely kids.
I think 2 more are coming.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
4 lovely kids, a boy and 3 girls.
Beautiful kids, beautiful kids, beautiful kids, beautiful lady, beautiful man, beautiful children. And we are here. How long have you known Evangelist Uchume? From when you met him and counting him married now?
Wow. How long I've known him?
Yes.
It's about 2 decades now. We met in 2000, year 2000.
Really?
Yes.
That was when I got married.
And that was actually when I left secondary school.
When you left secondary school?
Yes. So I was quite very young. It all started. 2 of us worship in the same church,
Okay.
Assemblies of God Church.
Okay.
So one Sunday after service, he actually sent someone to invite me
Okay.
that he wanted to see me. The usual stuff, then I used to hear about him, Evangelist Uchume. I see inviting me, maybe he wants to pray for me,
Okay.
maybe there is something God is telling him
Okay.
about me.
Okay.
So that fateful day with my head tie, my big Bible, so all dressed, I said, let me go and see.
With her head tie and big Bible. Head tie and big Bible.
I said, so let me
Head tie
see.
and big Bible. Continue.
Let me go and see the man of God. So when I came to him, when I saw him, he started asking me about myself. He told me some things because he's highly prophetic.
Yes, he is.
He told me some things about myself. Then he prayed alongside with me. But we are still doing the prayers till now.
Okay.
All those since that 2000 till now.
Evangelist Uchume.
We are still doing that prayer. That's actually how we met.
Wow.
How it all
So
began.
your relationship is like 20
20
years.
years.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And my marriage, we married in 2008. That's
So like 8 years of
of
courtship.
knowing each other.
Knowing each other.
It's not too long, right?
Wow. And you ended up getting married. And you look like you're in love. When people look at you, it's like you started. You will tell us the secrets. How old is your marriage?
So that's by December 13th.
Okay, you got married 2008.
Yes, we're going to be 12 years in marriage by December 13th this year.
Okay. I want to point out she had her Bible. Do you have your head tie and do you have your Bible? This is amazing. Evangelist Uchume, you're a very sharp, eagle-eyed man. How did you see the Bible and the head tie? And how did you pick her which you are here? And how did you pick her? And you invited her over, prayed for her, and from that time till today, you're still doing the same prayer. Guy, you're not beating her, you're not hitting her, you didn't put her in the background. Still doing the same prayer. So that means from day one you were real and you have been who you are till today. This is amazing. Please tell us what his background, his status, what his background was like when you met him. Family background, financial background, and the ministry. How was it? And tell us about you as well.
Amazing. Where do I start from? It was indeed, he had a humble beginning. Economy class.
Okay.
The contrast was more coming from, let's say, moderately rich family.
You're trying to be modest.
my mom was then a nurse. She worked with Federal Medical Center. Then my dad was a businessman. God really blessed him. He's into oil business, so we were really very comfortable. Then from him, his family, the mom, they were petty traders.
Okay.
The mom was then she said,
I hope everybody's online and you're listening. Let me repeat what she said before she continues. Her mom was with the Federal Medical Center as a nurse then. And her dad, a well-established businessman. When they take pictures in her compound where she is born, you would think the pictures are taken abroad so that you can have an idea of the home. And Evangelist Uchume's background, the mom was a petty trader and the father
also a petty trader. The mom sells groundnuts, then the father sells crazy, just a small quantity.
The mother was selling groundnuts and the father was selling kerosene. Did you hear what I said? That Evangelist Uchume dedicated multi-million auditoriums. One ran into hundreds of millions. One. And he dedicated 2 of them at the same time. I don't know whether he got into billion. I don't know. But this is his background. And this is our background. You will tell me why you went on with him.
Oh, there's this striking thing I can't really forget in my life. Something that happened those days. Because the mom, they also attend the same church with us. So, and they belong to the same prayer group with my mom.
Okay.
So actually something happened in their family. I think they lost someone. So the prayer group decided to visit their family.
Okay.
The family house. So when my mom came back that day, it happened that I was around.
Okay.
That was during vacation, so I was at home. Our usual self would gist, would talk. So my mom came back and told me that I should come. Right. That some people are really suffering. Some people are really suffering in this life. I said, what happened? I said, there's a place she went to today. She almost started crying. That's the family. They need to see the house. Just like a room apartment, and whole family stays there. That she felt so terribly bad. There's any way she can help. I said, where did you go? The way she was explaining the whole thing, she said, do I know one evangelist? I said, which evangelist? When she said it, my mind just skipped, because we decided not to tell my parents about the relationship because I was 32 years old.
Hey!
So my mind skipped. I said, okay. So when we finished discussing, I went to my room. I cried. I knelt down. I started talking to God. I said, God, you told me to go. You are involved in this relationship. And I know you will change everything. Before he comes to my parents, you will turn things around. See the way my mom was reacting. And you can imagine what will happen when he finally comes to ask me my hand in marriage. So I called him. I told him about it. He just smiled. He said, I should not worry. That I should just allow God to do his part. So you can now understand what I mean by the contract.
Hold on. You said you told your mom?
I told my husband. I told him then. Because already I told him about it. He just smiled. He told me that I should not worry. That God is involved and he'll always make everything beautiful in his own time. So I held on to that word. I believed God that things would turn around. So the beginning was not. Then he started ministry in 1996, and we met in 2000. So an imagined ministry in all my head. So there's nothing so beautiful or rosy about the whole thing. He was just a young man that is striving to survive, and he has his self-esteem. He doesn't beg. He's this kind of person. I'll work hard. I'll make it. I believe in myself.
Yes,
So everything. He didn't have relations to help. He didn't have anybody to help. Everything was just believing God. And then he was in Bible school, so ministry wasn't so beautiful. Or you see people around that you just look up to and say, maybe within you, around you, men of God, then that you just like some people that you get motivated. So everything was just the background and ministry. Financially, it's just there was nothing much to like look up to and say, so this. But God was really faithful.
Tell me, why did you choose him? I think I need to get closer to it. I wish I can hold everybody on air now. Please bring your chair, please. I wish you can raise this thing up a little for me, fast. I want to know why you chose him. It gets stood down quickly, but leave it. Okay, why did you choose him?
Why I chose him? This is a $1 million question.
Why him? Because coming from your background, being in the same church, there were still other young men whose parents were many of them.
Yes.
So why did you choose him?
Yes, growing up, I had a lot of tutors, seriously, when I was growing up.
Oh, you had a lot of tutors.
Which he knew many of them. A lot of people that were rich, the same profession, a lot. So choosing him, first was his relationship with God. He's someone that loves God.
I wish I can gather. Please, can you share this video? Can you make sure, from my heart, if you're on my messenger, you would feel the way I feel. The reason why a young lady coming from a well-to-do family that went to one of the private universities, private universities were reigning. The parents,
A preacher,
yes,
is a different thing that you're born again, that you were a believer.
Yes.
I saw his lifestyle, everything about him shows that he has a genuine encounter with God. So that was one of the first striking things that actually attracted me to him. Then, secondly, he was so real.
He didn't hide anything.
So caring.
He wanted a man the man had a relationship with God. He loved God. He was real, so caring. When you look at Dr. Mrs. Uchumi, you would know that what she's saying she saw that time is what is happening now. 3 things I hope you know, which I hope you're writing them down. Okay.
So when I talk about caring, he didn't just talk about it, he showed it in his attitude, what he does all time. Communication. At the time, my friends called him the best caller of the year.
The best caller.
The best caller. We would just be laughing when we talk because
that's when you were in school.
Yes, when I was in school. I remember when I was in Ibonedium, there was no service. There was no network around me. That was when mobile.
A lady at Ibonedium in a relationship with a young preacher, that the mother was a petty trader and the father was a petty trader, that lived in one-room apartment. Meanwhile, she was at Ibonedium University. Singles, can you hear me? I want to know you are listening and you're hearing.
So he always have the time that he will call. Maybe I will just go somewhere, hand somewhere. I can remember.
Hey, love,
I can remember having my friends will help me, will climb the tree, try to look for service so that I can connect and actually speak with him. Seriously. Then he'll call for a long time. Even here, he will tell me here in Umaya where he normally make those calls, that the time they gave him award, like buckets, you know those days that you go somewhere and make call and pay. So the woman said no, that he calls so as in for a long time. The man gave him buckets, different things. The woman said, can you imagine? Communication was there. He was just like I can tell him anything, I can confide in him, anything. So he was the care, the love and care he showed me actually made me like if I miss this man, no.
So it wasn't money you were looking for.
No. And then I love someone that talks stories, and he found that that's my own area. He would just come and say, I have story for you today. Hey, story.
Open the curtains. This is amazing. This is striking. Can you see what she loved? For me, I wanted, maybe I was greedy. I wanted a man that lands. Let me explain. Like when I hear people say, my husband just landed. We're going to the airport to pick him. Kai, if you see how that word enters my ear, he landed. I said, go give me a man that lands. It doesn't matter where he's landing from, whether it's Congo or anywhere, but let it be that he landed. And then we're going to pick him. So when I saw my husband, I said, do you have any mind of living outside of Nigeria? If he had said no quietly, it would have been better. He said, God forbid. I said, you're not the one. Because you don't have any plan of landing. Look at her desires. Look at her desires. A man who loves God. And not just a man who loves God. She loves God too. She had a big Bible then that people would be ashamed to carry one. She had a big one. And she had a heta from such a home, from such a background. Ibinedion University. I went to a state university. Who would take me to Ibinedion? Who? Do you know how many that my father gives birth to every year? You don't want to know. So who will take me to Ibinedion? And look at where God placed her. And yet she had fallen in love with a man because he loves God. We don't want to use he loved because he even loves him more now. He grows better every day. He loves God. He was real. He didn't fake it. Those who even don't have money are the people who come outside and make noise.
So much noise.
They will not let us hear. We don't trek to school. We don't do this. We don't do. Maybe the father is even a driver using another person's car to drop them off to school, and then before he goes on his business. But look at the ground. This is amazing.
Then another one was vision.
Vision.
He's a man of vision.
Yes.
It's not just about having a vision, because any other man can just come and tell you, that in the next 20 years, that in the next 5 years, this, and he won't do anything about it.
Yes.
His own really attracted me. He ran with a vision.
Yes.
The Bible says in Habakkuk 2:2, you understand, vision, make it plain and run with it. He that is should run with it. He actually, I saw him do everything possible to make things work. Even when it looks as if he wasn't discouraged. He had an excellent spirit.
Can we see his picture? Let's show you the picture of
where he was
coming from. Can we see that picture? So and where he is now.
Oh God, you know that God is faithful. Seriously,
this is amazing. This is amazing.
So he keeps telling you the future is going to be like this. Have you seen this great man of God? Have you seen he actually cited examples of men? I'm seeing here, in the next how many years to come, God is taking us to that place. I will just smile. But inside me, I knew that he would get there because of the things around, how the tenacity that he was using for the ministry as of then. Despite he didn't have much. You see the love, you see the passion, you see him organize crusade with, you see the excellent spirit. Was from nothing. He was consistent. So I knew this man, no. In the next years, few years to come, he will make it. Wow. So it's a different thing that you have a vision and you talk about it without walking.
Wow. Wow. This is amazing. This is amazing. You chose him because I hope you can list out the 5 things. This is Evangelist Uchume. Can we zoom it? Can I have something? Is there any way to zoom it? See, he's tiny, good. I don't know whether you can see him. Who?
Use the cursor so that you can point.
Yes, point it at. That's him. I don't know whether the picture, let me see whether the picture makes sense on your phone so that you will understand what we are saying. Look at him. Tell me what this beautiful lady at Ibinedion University, from a good family background, what she saw. In fact, I even heard he used to wear
because he was so slim, and I keep saying, I will tell him, you're so slim now. He will do everything. He will go and wear a mother
so that he can become bigger. If this is coat, not suit. This one is coat. I hope you will not kill me after this. This is coat, not suit. And if you look at it, you see it's much, much bigger than him. Guy. But let's see him today. Let's see him today. Child. I don't know how to sing that song. Can you sing? This God is awesome.
Awesome.
This God is beautiful. This God is amazing. This God is fantastic. This God is too. Can you see? Ubu will say blazer. This is blazer. This is jacket. This is not coat. It's not suit anymore. But he was looking like where he was going. He was looking like where he was going. I don't even know what else to say. But I think her story has said it all. And I'm going to now bring it up one after the other. Number one, she said they love, he had passion for God. What are you looking for? Are you looking for a man that will... She wasn't looking for the dress. Now she has the dress. She wasn't looking for the man that has swagger. In fact, I heard that it got to a point, it was like this. When during the lockdown, when it started, and so I called all the keke drivers. I said, I know you do daily work and you get paid by your daily work. So now that you're not going to work daily, let me do a little palliative so that your family will not die of hunger. So we called a few people. Immediately the husband heard it. He called me and said, the keke drivers today are the former Okada drivers, and I am one of them. He said, I used to be an Okada driver. Can you see? The Bible says, and Isaac's wealth grew. It grows. You're looking for a well-packaged man. This is a well-packaged lady from when, she started growing up. From a good home. Everything they had to go in. They could afford good schools. I saw her younger sister until today. I don't believe she's a Nigerian. I believe she's white. Not just because she's in the States, but the look. She doesn't look like somebody, so that you see the family where they're called. Look at our legs. My own is black, her own is white. So you see where it's coming from. And look at, she saw tomorrow yesterday. Single ladies out there, do you just follow people without knowing their story? It's so easy for somebody to come up now and say that everything went well for Evangelist Uchumi. I don't mind them. Like somebody said to me, Pastor Chioma doesn't have any problem. She's married to a nice man. She has good children, 2 children. God blessed her, and she has a car. I looked at, when I heard it, I laughed in a huff and I because she never knew the story. What did you learn? She was looking for a man that was going somewhere. The person you're following, who is he going to? Where is he going to? Because if he doesn't have a destination, any way is a way. She said, it's not just a man with vision, that she saw him. That is amazing. She saw him do those things he said. There's no way she can get better. The experiences in the past is enough to mold her to whoever she wants to become. I pray God will give us such sensitivity.
Amen.
That's my prayer. We're going to talk, like I said, and she's the guest. And so, because she's a medical doctor, I would want you to ask her questions. Those questions you ask me. He's AA, and he's SS, and I'm AS. Should we marry? The only thing I can answer you is you need to go see a sickler. Visit a sickler first. If you like it, then come back and let's talk. So we don't tempt God. So there are some medical questions that we need to ask her to answer before we continue on what we are doing. Make sure you click on like and you share this video, and make sure that every comment that you're getting, if you don't put them down, you might not get them. Make sure you write them down. So can we take your questions, medical questions now? Uche, please, anyone you hear, you let me know. Let's take your medical questions. But let me ask you, what is your advice on AS marrying AS, AS engaged to AS?
You know now, definitely, as a medical doctor, I'll say no to that. Because I know sometimes people will say that they're praying about it and they believe God. Yes, in as much as I believe in miracles.
Yeah.
I believe God. I've seen God. Yes, God. I've seen Him do mighty and marvelous things that isn't beyond human's imagination. But before you get married, if you know your AS, it's better you know your genotype. Before you enter any relationship, know the person's genotype, so that you won't get deeply involved.
Yes.
And you're in love. Genotype will be a problem. You are so much in love, you don't know how to come out of it again. So it's always advisable. You already know your genotype. Ask. Ask and find out. Know the person. If the person is AA, fine, you can go ahead. If the person is AS, kukuma, gradually withdraw yourself. If you say God, say, pray, let the thing turn before you now settle down. Because I've seen cases, I've seen children that are suffering, that I've managed a patient. The woman told me, the day that child died, I cried and cried and cried. That woman has strength, and her husband is there. She spent so much, and we kept monitoring this child. The day she died, she had renal failure. Oh, I cried and said, that day I just changed my mind. When I even started talking about it in my radio program, then I talk about it. I advise young ladies. When we were in school, one of my lecturers told us a story about his friend who was a pilot, and this lady, they were dating. The pilot was AS and the lady was AS too. So when they said they are getting married, he said they asked him, because he's a medical doctor, he told them no. The man didn't want to, but the lady insisted. She said no, how can she lose this man, a pilot, for that matter? No, it's not possible. And the man said, no problem, no. You should say, let's marry, no wahala. But when the whole thing starts, now you start. So they got married. The first child, AS. She took in again. They were still battling with the child. Hospital, in and out. The second one, AS. They couldn't continue that marriage. The man left her. The woman was left alone with those. Even one died along the line. So those kind of stories, you need to see a child that is a sickler. Then you reorient yourself and talk to yourself.
That is a medical doctor talking. And let me come from the spiritual angle. Somebody came to me and said, God told her that this man, I said, okay, how did you hear him? You know, when he called Samuel heard him the first time, heard him the second time, and the third time he went to Eli. Then number 2 questions. How many times has God said something to you and he came to pass? If he hasn't come to pass, go visit a sickler first. When you see them and come back, then you have to talk to him. And from what you said, do not fall in love before you ask questions. Ask. Because love is deep, it grows. And it gets to a point you don't care about what people say. And then you bring out those children. You are AA. You're not the one that your bones are paining. So you can't tell how that child is feeling. So let's know how God speaks to you. How many times has God said something to you and it came to pass? Then all of a sudden you were in a dream and there was an airport and then the plane landed in your village and the man walked out of the plane and knocked at your door and said, is that Chioma? You are my wife. I am AS and you are A. No problem. I want to know how many times you have seen such revelations and they came to pass. So that we will believe you that God is the one. Let's make sure it's not your head that is talking to you. Because if God is in it, you will not have any problem. Yes. You won't have any problem. If God is in it, there won't be any challenge. So she said she was looking for a man of God. How do I mean? She was looking for a man who loves God. Now tell me about your own family, your father and your mother. What made you begin to think of a man who loves God? Are there differences between a man who loves God and a man who doesn't love God?
Well, my parents, they were actually children of God. My mom, my dad. My dad loves God so much. Even my mom, so sometimes my dad would tell us that it would have been better that my mom married a pastor because her life, she's almost practically in church every time. So their lifestyle, their life actually motivated me to ask for a man that loves God.
Yeah.
My dad was a wonderful person. I remember those days as I was growing up, I would just be praying. I said, God, give me a man like my dad. Give me a man like my dad. My dad is so caring. Even in the house, sometimes, even if they have misunderstanding, that misunderstanding will not last the next. You'll be surprised the next day. You'll just see those two people, that
two of them.
And many a times, is my dad. My dad will always play that fact of, I'm sorry.
Hey, I need this topic. I need this topic.
Unlike the way, as normally, men will always wait for the lady to say, I'm sorry. My dad, he's just an amazing man. He always say, I'm sorry. My mom just like it. He will say, I'm sorry. We not call us, let me start calling her names, all this kind of, you two they do.
Hey.
So he's just like, his life alone made me to be, God, give me a man like my dad. Let the man have the fear of God, because I know he's the one that has the fear of God, that will love his family, love the wife. No matter the level God has placed him, you won't see him run outside and maybe say a case of infidelity. No. He loves God, and his family was like number one beside God.
So it's not what we say, it's what we do. The desire to have a man that has the fear of God was from the home. This one, Uche type it. Her father would always say, I am sorry. But today we have men with ego, pride. I'm the man of the home. And you don't need to say it. We don't. When you emphasize on who you are, then there's a challenge. There's a problem. When I come out and begin to say, I am a woman, the first thing you wonder, is she okay? Has anything gone wrong? Because you don't say who you are. She said her father will be the one that will say sorry. And begin to call her names. Hey, is my husband online? I love this. I will begin to call her names. Beautiful names. And you know women with the shakara. I noticed something about my puppies that I sent online. But I didn't continue the message. Because I just didn't know how to start a second one altogether. The off is about a step up, 12 steps, and then another 12. So the puppies will always wait for us at the door, at the staircase, so that we can open the protector and come down. And so that was day before yesterday. The male one was able to come to that first stage and couldn't come up again. So when I opened the door to come out, he ran down, and was calling on the female to come up. That was so emotional. So I stayed at that point where the male came up, and I beckoned on the male to come. And when the male come, I now went down with the male to get the female. Do you know, yesterday, both of them came up at the same time. That was a full message for me. All the lady needed was an encouragement from the man. All the lady needed was for the man to say, I care. I have gone up, but you're down, I'm not happy. So let me say sorry. Let me take the blame. Let me be the one that will encourage you so that you will come. Since that day, they now come up. The man will come up. They're just 1 month or going to 2 months. Puppies, small puppies, if animals can behave like that. I remember last Christmas or 2 Christmas ago, my PA wanted to get a turkey. I think the male turkey, so that we will kill it. The female attacked her. Because they had bonded, they had been together. The female cried. We wanted to kill the male. The female, he was emotional. I told her to leave them alone. We left them. I told her leave them alone because there was a chicken I had here. She wouldn't eat feed. She would eat spaghetti. She would eat white rice. She wanted to stay in the kitchen. When you're in the kitchen, she would come. When they killed that chicken, I didn't eat it. For me, it became human. I love animals. I just couldn't lay. Now, look at what she said. Do you know there are ministers today that their children are going to be wayward tomorrow? There are ministers today that are not giving a good example to their children. Husband, watch what you do because your daughter is watching. She saw her father. Mothers, watch what you do because your sons are watching. You're giving your son an example of what a wife is going to look like, and you scare her. You're giving your daughter an example of what a husband would look like. You either make her embrace or you make her shy away. And then you cry tomorrow, these children grew up in a Christian home. No, the Christian home didn't pass through them. They were only in the home, but there was no effect. But look at what she said. She saw it from her father. And I know there are a couple of people who are online who are married. Let your children see you by example. I want you to emphasize on communication. She said it got to a point. They kept telling, what did the communication do to you? Your husband then calling you and calling you until he got an award.
Communication is very powerful. I always say it's a powerful tool in relationship.
Yes.
Because if you don't marry someone that is your friend that you can't communicate, what will happen in the marriage?
Yes.
Marriage is not about sex.
Yes.
If you have sex 1 hour,
that's right. You're done.
Pray. So the rest of the time you're in the house is communication. So that gives me an opportunity to tell him anything that I wanted. I told him everything about myself. Even people that were asking my hand in marriage, they will discuss, will laugh, will talk about it. And the communication gap there was no communication gap. As in, every time in a day, there's nothing that will actually pass without him calling me. He will call me maybe twice a day, 3 times a day. Always have when there was cell phone then, but when there was no cell phone, he will call my house. Okay. That was then 2007. So that he will call. Maybe he will call and someone will pick. If it's my dad, if he hears that male voice, hello, he will just jump in. If it's my sisters, he will just say, call your sister for me. So there was constant communication, and that made us to bond more, connect more, connectivity. That actually helped us a lot.
Sir, you are the bishop in the church, but in the home, you're a friend to somebody. You are the senior pastor anywhere, but in the home, you're a friend to somebody. You might be the CEO of World Bank, in the home, you're a friend to somebody. It's only your friend that can tell you have not brushed, your mouth is smelling.
Seriously.
And it won't hurt you.
Yes, because I get to hear some young ladies say that they corrected maybe the person they want to marry.
And they got angry.
They got angry. I'll just laugh. I told the person, it means that you're not
not your friend.
Your friend.
That's not your friend.
That's not your friend. No. If the person is your friend, he will accept correction.
Definitely.
I love this. I love you wearing so. The person will just take it in good faith, and you want to change for the better for you.
When the man wears baggy trousers and you don't like it, you tell him, sir, I don't like this one, and you hide it and throw it away and get him those ones.
Exactly.
Now I heard that you refuse to learn how to drive.
Wow, that's a good one. That was then, because when I was in Belgium, the distance was from school to so you needed a car, and it was quite far. We used car, go come back. So my parents said that they would buy a car for me. That was before I now. That was before I now changed because of lack of accreditation. Then I now changed to a federal university. That's university. So then when I came home, they were like, I will have to learn how to drive, so that they can get a car for me. So along the line, I was saying, learning how to drive. Even when I'm at home, if I drive the car and maybe we want to go out, maybe he wants to take me out, he will use Okada, that's bike, and now come. I carry my car. I will come, and him, this kind of person with that kind of self-esteem, he won't want to come inside the car. It's not possible. So I just think it does no use. So one of the days, the day we met, I told him, see, my dad wants to get a car for me, and even in the house, there are cars in the house, sometimes we're going to say, can't you drive? I told him, but the problem is that I can't imagine driving, you'll be trekking now. If I tell you to enter car, you don't go enter car, so there is no need.
Hey.
Let me just leave it.
Hey.
He looked at me, he was almost crying. He told me, in this life, I was so embarrassed with cars.
Sure.
I was so surprised.
You need to see the one she came with today.
So when he started doing it, I remember the one of the cars he bought for me. Somebody was, how can you buy this kind of car for your wife? This amount of, with this amount. He told the person, don't even say. If you want us to keep talking, don't go there. You don't understand. You don't know where we're coming from. He can afford. I can stay in the house. The last time he didn't tell me. He just called me that I should come. I came outside. He saw me see. I'm like, what is this? I said, I'm that one. You know, he said, I've not seen anything. Because those things, and I learned something from him. The power, this in the Bible said about power of mouth, as in the power of life, and life lies in what he said.
Yes.
Everything that he is someone that believes, as in that is always positive. Everything that he said those days, I see them in come to pass now. He can't say anything negative. He keeps saying the future will be bright, the future will be great. See where we are going to, see what will happen, see what will happen. Somebody will laugh.
And that is what makes a man.
I will laugh also see this man. You just laugh, you just say that I don't know, but it will come to pass. And before my very own eyes, I see them come to manifestation. That's why I say God is so powerful, God is so faithful. Whatever he says in the scripture, believe it, it will come to pass. Though it might take a longer while, a long time, but it will come to pass. Everything that he says.
See the way I'm looking at you. You know, this is amazing. I will not learn how to drive because the one I love and I'm engaged to drives Okada. So how can I be driving a car when he's in a machine? Will you do it? Pause, Selah, according to Sam. Will you do it? A young lady came to me and said to me, Mommy, can I imagine that a keke driver is asking for hand in marriage? Me, a student nurse, can he even pay my school fees? I looked at her that day and I had mercy on her. I said, the keke driver today can become a multi-millionaire.
I always tell young people that money is the cheapest thing God can give anyone. It doesn't take him anything to bring somebody from non-entity to an entity. So money, in the next, you just be amazed. You see someone today in the next how many years, you see the person is a multi-millionaire.
I'm telling
So
you,
you
it
can't
takes
judge that.
not, you can't. You can't. That's why I said, let's not do theory. You're hearing it from her. Let's just do practical. Mommy, these things, are they possible? You're hearing it now. From a good old buy a car for me. It's of no use. Because when I begin to drive and I run into him in his keke, how would he look? So let me stay the way I am. Today, there is no, and I love her cars, white, beautiful. Guys, single ladies, can you hear? Can you see that these things are possible? It only takes attitude, character, sensitivity, and the love of God. Can you see that there is absolutely nothing God can do? So she's not the one thinking of who to marry that will enrich her parents, because her parents are already blessed. She's thinking of who to marry that is of God. Somebody that will follow God, somebody who loves God, somebody who's interested in the things of God. Forget about the money, they will come. And today, she might not have a private jet, but she actually has it. Because if you have the joy and you want to eat okra soup, you can afford it. You want to eat fried rice in the afternoon, you can afford it. You want to eat egg in the night, you can afford it. What else are you talking about? Single ladies. Okay. My brother-in-law deceived my sister by showing her a fake result, being AA. What can she do now that they have a secret? So that means they are already married.
They're already married. Ah.
Faulty foundation.
Seriously.
We will not advise her to leave the marriage
She's already married.
because she's already married. But sensitivity is a product of spirituality. You cannot carry that big Bible and study it and know it. And God will not tell you, don't go this way, go that way. The devil is about to deceive you and God will open the scale. But the Bible also says, during the time of ignorance, God ignores. So let's take it that they missed the way. All we have to do now
is to pray.
That's all.
And believe God that subsequent ones
will not. That's all we have to do. Please, if you as a lady is convinced that a man is your husband, but he has not told you anything, can you tell him? If I catch you. So everything she said here, you didn't hear it. He that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor. If God is the one speaking to you, you're not marrying yourself, let him speak to the man. Can I have the questions? Let God speak to the man. And let the man call you and win an award as the best caller of the year. He doesn't call in the morning, he doesn't, mommy, this one. He says he's so busy.
I'm telling you.
And you're still there.
Then what are you still doing in the relationship? That alone should be a pointer. When a man loves you and he really deserves, he will do everything. You see it's his attitude, the way he calls, the way it's so obvious. You don't need anyone to tell you that somebody loves you, that the person is interested, that the person wants to get married to you. And the person hanging on in a relationship 5 years, 6 years, has not said anything, and you're still following
and you're still there.
I'm sorry.
What are you waiting for? What if Corona had been raptured? You would have gone like that.
Oh God.
He's not talking. See, there is something about men. When a man loves a woman, he goes all the way. He will climb a tree to make the call.
I'm telling you, he will do everything possible.
He will jump the fence to make it. If he's not calling you and he tells you he's so busy, he's calling somebody else.
Exactly. You will see it. He'll be so committed.
Yeah. So leave him alone.
Please.
This is amazing. I have a man, he's not in Nigeria and has promised to marry me, but we barely talk. Do I quit the relationship? You're not even in a relationship. You are not talking. You heard her. Everything we're going to answer now is based on her answer. She said there is no day that passed by because the situation didn't come.
If it means the calling, you know that there is something wrong.
Yes. In fact, I heard that one day he was praying with Evangelist Dennis and they were praying about her. So he got to a point, Evangelist became quiet and he went and hit her. Went closer to her. Are you still praying? Like, don't keep quiet. Keep talking. I want to hear you keep praying. You know, this is somebody who saw what he loved and wanted it, got it, and maintained the love.
Yes.
He deserves an award.
Seriously. So, and for young ladies,
Yes.
not just look for a man, not just say he has vision,
Yes.
and he's not working towards
Yes.
it. No.
Yes.
For a
Say
man,
it louder.
he has to take care of you. So for you to just say he said this, he says this, that the next this, that this will happen, let him have something.
Exactly.
Let him be walking towards
Let
it.
there be a garden.
Be
Let's see something.
Exactly.
And
It's the fruit of your hand that God will
yeah,
bless.
that he will bless.
So if he's not doing, I'm not that. I saw that he was working towards his vision.
Exactly.
He was doing everything possible to make sure that he runs with that vision, and I aligned with it.
Exactly.
And I believed God for
And
it.
you held on to it and
And
joined
today.
faith with him. And today, if you enter the cathedral here, you will sleep. You will begin to wonder, is this a normal here? Is it in Abia State? It looks like what you see in Abuja, you know, out of the camp. The day I entered there, I felt like I was in New York. I said it. I said, I feel like I'm in America. You know, Kai, this is so powerful. Sensitivity. Sensitivity. And it takes one who is in God. It takes one who studies the Word of God. It takes one who knows what the Bible says. It takes one who loves God. When you feed on the Word and you pray, He will lead you. She saw tomorrow yesterday. She held on to it. You can imagine this family. It was like this. It was like this. They were this way, and they also. But today, the man is a huge blessing.
Yes. And there's something I remember. We kept praying and believing God. So by 2005, God started answering our prayers.
Okay, you got married what year?
2008.
Okay, so
by
by
2005.
You made 2000.
Yes. We continued. I would believe God. We say, he told me, I'm still young, I'm still in school, medical school. He didn't want to interrupt, because if he comes then to say he wants my parents will not accept. They want it because they want you to reach a particular age before I'll start talking about marriage, school, and everything. So we kept to believe that before then that God will make a way. By 2005, 2006, God started opening doors. Ministerial doors started opening. Amazingly, God started blessing him. And by 2008, when he came to ask my hand in marriage,
nobody had any reason to say
no,
because I saw your wedding picture.
yes, it was amazing. It was awesome. God did it, and I was. It's just the wedding was so wonderful. People were really. It was great.
So let me say something. Looking at this woman, you could see humility. Looking at her, knowing her, having come in contact with her, you could see humility. It takes a humble child of God to attract the blessings of God. Can I tell you? My mother-in-law called me Chioma Mary Emmanuel. And that is her name, Chioma Mary Uchume. Do you know, when you have the right attitude and you're in the right place, because of you, scripture was fulfilled in her life.
Yes.
He that findeth a wife, God in her was a wife. In her was a woman who was humble. Are you humble? From where she was coming from, it was enough to make her, not even talk to people like that. Not even get closer. Maybe if she didn't marry him and she's somewhere else today and she's hearing about him, every day she will say, Kai.
This would have been my husband. Because funny enough, some time back, we started discussing. Some people that asked my hand, they were so rich then. Some now.
You can't compare.
You can't compare. My husband will tell me, I didn't even marry that man. See now. I told him one day, I didn't even marry that man because of the favor of God.
Hey!
That man will blow.
That is it. That is it. Because it has a lot to do with that. Sincerely. It has a lot. She was humble. She was highly sensitive. Highly. Her antenna was high. And she picked it. And that is why we are here today. To pray for you. So that God will make you to follow these footsteps. By the time I got married to my husband, did you see those television that is like matches? Those ones you put in something like you build box. My husband had 2 cars, 504 and 505. It would have been better if he didn't have any. The door of this one was permanently locked. So both of us could enter from the passenger side. And this other one, the tire, and I was speed because it will go up. But you know the amazing thing, I didn't notice them.
Oh.
I didn't see them. I felt it was normal for a car to be bad. So I didn't notice them. I looked at him. Yes, my life is waiting for you to make it full gospel.
Exactly.
Give him good food. Look at him on the suit you made before.
That now he's not watching his weight.
Watching his weight. Telling somebody that this storm he must go in.
This God is faithful.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I saw there was one of their event I saw that really, really ministered to me. Anything I see speaks marriage. I think she was pregnant and they went on a vacation. I think it's Paris or where?
It's Europe with all Paris.
With all the children. You know, women is in their best when they are spoiled. But I'm not talking about ordinary women. I'm talking about women like her. I'm talking about, I don't want to use myself as an example. You will say I'm a pastor. You will say I know it. And today, she is a role model to many young ladies. Talking, who would follow such footsteps and make mistakes in her home? Nobody. I saw that picture different. I think they went to different places. All of them. All of them. Husbands, once in a while, spoil your wife.
Very important.
Once in a while, take them on vacation. Spoil her.
Make her happy.
Make her happy.
That one, he has A1 in that one.
She said he has A1 in spoiling the wife. She doesn't need to say it. We see it. We see it happen. But I congratulate her for. Who wouldn't do that if a woman at her level, looked at him and said, I'm seeing beyond now. There is something in you, and that is where I'm going. And today, she has it. Even if you fight against her marriage, God will rise against you because she labored for it. She worked for it. Hallelujah. Okay, I'm a businessman and in love with this woman who is into the singing ministry. I care about her, but she hardly gives me attention. I want to marry her. What advice would you give me? Why doesn't she give you attention? Do not marry a lady who doesn't love you. Love is reciprocal. Her ministry, she was a medical student, but she gave her a fiance, a preacher, a poor preacher. He didn't have money. Who was wearing coats to make up to the flesh.
And then in medical school, you see a lot of students. People are abroad, they want to marry doctors.
She has 101 reasons why she shouldn't be talking because she was in medical school.
You had pressures too. Pressures from friends. They'll tell you, how can you marry a man?
Exactly.
This man that doesn't have pressures. It's only, I can remember a particular friend that really stood by me. She encouraged me. Sometimes when we talk, she said, I remember those days.
Yes.
Thank God we didn't make mistakes.
Yes.
Thank you very much for standing,
Yes.
for always encouraging me. Because some, they said no, they'll even mock you behind. They say,
I'm telling you.
See this one.
I'm telling you, she's unique. No wonder her fashion house is called Unique Empress. She anytime I want to buy clothes for myself, for my kids, I go to her. So I'm telling you that she has a boutique so that you can always wait. She's a unique lady, honestly speaking. I am a counselor, marriage counselor, and I tell you that it takes 0.5% of women, young ladies at her age, to do what she did. Based on what I see and the people I encounter, everybody wants an already made man. And a lot of men are dancing to that tune. They want to make it first. They will marry you because of that thing they have seen. And most times you won't get the best. But look at love, real love. So please, if she was a medical student that didn't have time because she needed to pass second MB, she needed to make a medical student must study. You must read so hard. Yet she had time for love. Then her singing ministry will not stop her. And I wouldn't want you to push it to marry somebody who is not loving you back. So I need to know why she doesn't give you attention, because that attention love is not practiced in a vacuum. That attention she's not giving you, she's giving it to somebody. If she does, there's somebody she will see, she will be the one.
Exactly, to even look out for the person, if the person doesn't want to be controlled. So just be careful, be sure.
Yes, be careful, be sure, yes. We were in a relationship, but we made a mistake by sleeping together and had sexual intercourse. The lady said it is over, but I really want to marry her. What can I do? It won't stop you. It will not, right? It won't. Yeah. Ask God for forgiveness. After all, it's not only sexual intercourse that is a sin.
Not 101 of them.
1,001 of them. And yeah, she shouldn't say it's over. Both of you had it together. You didn't rape her. Even if you did. She gave you willingly. So she was not, you didn't tie her hands and tie her legs and climb. No. She gave in and you slept together.
So then she regretted.
Two of you made a mistake. And she regretted. And she's sorry. So you don't go back to it. Ask God for forgiveness.
So that should not be the reason.
It shouldn't be the reason. No. It shouldn't be the reason.
Unless there is another thing.
Yeah, exactly. Can I have more questions?
Yeah. Share.
Yes. Click your like button and share. And tag your friends that are single. It will bless them. It will bless them. Please, how can we know when a man is real? Like maybe you joined us
just now.
Because this is her story. And in a nutshell, I'm using her examples. Number one, when that man loves God genuinely, for real. There are two ways of loving God. Loving God for real and loving God technically. Loving God for real. Honey, you missed. You missed. You need to hear. You need to hear.
I hope this stays.
It is great. Uche, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
I didn't laugh, man.
Okay. How can we know when a man is real? From what she said, the man loves God. If you love God for real, you can't be the other one. Number two, the man will love you to love God. He will come for you because you love God. The man is your friend.
He's your friend. He will tell you everything. Transparent. He won't hide anything. He won't be fake. Tell you I have this when he doesn't have any. So you will know. He cares about you. Yes. He loves you.
Yes.
He's committed.
Yes.
To you.
To your relationship.
To the relationship.
Yes.
To you.
Yes.
Even your family.
Yes.
He loves your family.
Yes.
Not just loving you.
He loves everything about you. It's a total package. He loves it. He scolds you when you do the wrong thing.
Yes.
He corrects you when you do the wrong thing. He's the only one that you can tell, I don't like the dress you're wearing.
And they won't get offended.
He will not get offended.
He'll just say, I will change.
He'll say, I will change because he loves you. Do you understand? So there are many ways to know when a man is in love. So go back and watch the video again. All the points that she said with her life story is exactly what you need. And the overall is the love of God. Any man that loves God genuinely will not maltreat a woman.
Exactly.
He will not. Yes, he will be so real. And be real. Say who you are. Don't lie. I am in a relationship with this man who wants sex before marriage, but I refused, and he's insisting that after all he's going to marry me, what do I do? Insist on your no and stay on your no. Because now you know better. You know, during the time of ignorance, God will ignore. But for now, no. No is no. After all, he's going to marry you.
He's going to marry you. That's why exactly.
That is the reason why he should wait. He shouldn't use that statement the other way around. He's going to marry you.
After having sex and he decided not to marry you. So what will happen?
Can I tell you something?
Because many of them are like that.
When sex is done in few minutes. But marriage is attitude. And it lasts forever.
It lasts forever. Lifetime.
This sex. Oga, talk to your male organ to behave well. To hold on. The spirit. Tell it, behave well. Don't get up where you shouldn't get up. It's not time yet. And he's still up and married. Right?
Yes.
So there's no need. What are we hiding? This is just real. Because when you now get married, you will see that sometimes you don't even
have time. You're tired. You can get tired.
The man is so busy. The woman is so busy. You come back, you're dog tired, and you want to rest. All this love making. In 10, it doesn't even last until 10. You're done. So why would he dictate your life? So let that man speak to himself. Okay, can I have many more questions? Any more questions? Make sure you share this video. Like it and share it.
It will bless someone.
It will. Before we pray for you, like it and share it. And let's answer your questions right now. All those questions you bombard me with. And that is why I wanted us not just to hear the Bible and you say it's the Bible. Life. Can't you see that this story is unique and outstanding? It's amazing. Do you know, I got married and I made up my mind that my marriage will work. I stood by. We had a challenge. And the doctors gave it a name. But we held on to God. Sometimes they will call my husband and will say, your wife is in America today, tomorrow she's here, the other day she's here. And my husband said, you people do not have an idea of where. Some people meet you midway. They just see the glory, but they don't know the story.
Behind it.
Look at the story. Look at such an amazing story. I pray that God will cause every young man, every young woman online to be sensitive and alert. Choose wisely. Choose with the fear of God. Let your spiritual father pray for you. Let your biological father pray for you. You pray for yourself before you begin your search for a wife. So you don't end up proposing to Nkechi, Nneka, Chioma, Esther, or Biageli, Rebecca, Agnes, Chioma, before landing to your wife, Jennifer. Breaking 10 hearts.
Exactly.
And you think when they see you, they will not call heaven to descend upon you. They will not spare you. Anyone you see, you tell her I will marry you. Has anybody ever told you you're beautiful? And then we smile sheepishly and we say, thank you.
Very much.
Then you hear them say that the man, we are going out. You're not going out. He just admired your dress. You're not going out. Honestly. Or he just tapped you. Oh, Chichi, how are you? And you said, Mommy, honestly, that time I had goosebumps. Because he just thought me, Mommy, this is marriage. I'm not sure the he just has physical touch as a love language.
Oh my God.
So it doesn't mean proposal.
So we will come to you and say that they saw him in a dream.
And
God said that he's the one.
Yes, God said he's the one. I hasn't told them.
I'm telling you, I've seen a couple of people saying, Mommy, I saw him. He told me in the dream, God said he's the one. I don't know, and he's not forthcoming. I don't know if I should go and tell him. I said,
See a man calling almost every day for 8 years. For 8 years, not 8 hours. Not 8 days, not 8 weeks, not 8 months. 8 years. If I just switch with them, I owe you vegetables. And snail. And snail. And puff puff. I won't forget. Please, ma, we are in love with each other, but my parents are not in support of us because it's not from our church, and my family cannot marry from their village. Please help me. Okay, I want to know your church, because if you are Pentecostal, marry from where you belong. Like, let's say Catholics, they pray with their rosaries. You don't pray with rosaries, and a Catholic is coming to us for your hand in marriage. Please agree and know that eventually you become a Catholic and you pray the rosary. Do not fight it when you have said yes. That's all we're saying. Don't fight it when you have said yes. Mommy, in their church, they worship flower. Flower is all and all. And then you eventually said yes and married him. Flower worshiper you have become. Because you can avert these things. You can say no. And that's it. So your religion must tally. You must be the same. If we say in Jesus' name, I'll look for somebody who says in Jesus' name. I don't want any problem. So that I wouldn't be missing fellowship.
Exactly.
And then his parents, you heard her. That's why everybody coming online now will have to go back to the video. She said one striking thing, that her parents visited somebody someday and came back and they were telling, oh, there is this couple we visited, we really need to, hey, the people are suffering, oh, we need to, there are people we need to help in life. And when they mentioned the name, it was the parents of the man who is her husband today. That time they were, in love. She said her heart skipped. There are times to talk, there are times to keep quiet. They rather went back to God, and God intervened. And by the time she went to their parents, it wasn't an issue. They couldn't save her. My father said I must marry a prince. I must marry from a royal background. My husband is not one. And so my father said never. That if he sees him come to his house, what did we do? We went to God in prayer. And we said, God, if you're the one, speak to my father. My father had a revelation or a dream. And somebody was chasing him. He was running. And at a point, he stopped running. And he said to the man, what did I do? Why are you chasing me? The man said, do not be the one that will be a hindrance to what I'm about to do. I've chosen that lady, and through that man, I give to come out. So don't hinder them.
Yes, I also remember then when we were about to get married, so he was supposed to see my parents. One of the things we did, we went to Okigwe Camp of Faith to pray. He said, let's go and pray so that God will go before us and speak to my dad, because we were so scared somehow if my dad will accept. My dad particularly will accept. We prayed and prayed and prayed until God told us that is settled. And when we came, it was even my mom that tried to. My dad didn't have any problem. He accepted him. My mom didn't let her have any choice. Everybody accepted him. Like, my dad took him like his first son.
How do they feel now?
Wow, wonderful. They can't do anything in my house without calling him. He's like his, son-in-law. He's like a son to the first son of the house. Anything they want to do, they'll say, they have to call him. He should be aware of it. They'll call him. They'll come to the house. They'll tell him about it.
Sure.
He's like the first son of the house.
Sure. Amazing.
So God can actually go before you and just make every crooked way straight. Believe God. Pray about it. If God is involved in that relationship, if God is involved in that marriage, He will speak to your parents. And when you meet
that's
them,
it.
your problem.
That is it. He will speak to them. So go to God in prayers. We went to God in prayers. They went to God in prayers, and God spoke to them. We are about to pray. In case you haven't asked your questions, we are about to pray. Come and take these ones. Is it right for a young woman to marry a man who is a widower and has children? Nothing is wrong with it as long as God says go. Nothing is absolutely wrong with it. As long as you love the man and God is leading you, there is an inner witness in you, and God is leading you, and oh, no, nothing is wrong with that. Please, but I'm in love with a young man, and he is a born-again Christian. We want to get married, but my pastor insisted that for us to get married, he must be our church member. Please, what can we do? No, that's wrong. If you're a man, definitely when you get married, you're bringing your wife into the church. But if you're a woman, but I think something, maybe is what I think, you're so committed in the church and the pastor doesn't want to let you go. That's a good one, that you are committed in the church. Let's assume that is the case. More grace to your elbow. But sir, if your father can let you leave his house, why would your pastor not let you? Your pastor didn't give birth to you. If the man who gave birth to you, the woman who carried you in her womb, is ready to call a shebi and wear uniform and gather and take you to your home, your pastor cannot say no.
And that man is actually God's will for you.
Yes.
Your pastor
No, he cannot say no. He can't, that's wrong. He can't say the man must be his member. No, that's not in order. You are to meet him where he is. As long as wherever he is still a continuity of the faith that you already have. Do you understand? Wow.
An amazing time.
I have been blessed.
Seriously?
Yes. I said I'm not going to talk because the little I heard about, that's actually why I brought her. Her husband is very close to me. He's one of the ministers I hold in high esteem. I love him, I appreciate him, I celebrate the grace of God upon the life of Evangelist Chioma any day, anytime. And when we were talking about how they met, I've heard that story over and over again. And that was actually what drew me and made me, get to know the wife. It was the story. Because if I come to your house, no matter the pretense, even if your wife calls you honey and brings food and you call sugar, when we are going, I'll tell my husband, you see this couple, they are not together. I'll pick it. There must be so, I'll pick it. And I saw them and I see, you see love. You see the glory of God. You see a woman, she didn't marry him because he went to school abroad. She didn't marry him because he's a Ph.D. holder. She didn't marry him because he went to one of the reigning universities in the world. Rather, she was the one who went to the university. She married him because she saw God in him. She married him because she was sensitive. She married him because she wanted the best. She wanted to be who God has made her to be. And today she's enjoying marriage. Beautiful children. Beautiful home. In fact, I'm wondering why the auditorium should be, and it should be a house. Everywhere has bad television, including kitchen. And the toilet. And everywhere, the toilet has AC and TV. If I enter there, I will not come out. I'll watch my own television there. That is amazing. Is it right for parents of the bride to insist that their daughter wed in their church? This is an emotional question. But let me try and answer. Let's say it's not right. The man is the one who will marry the woman. But if the man agrees to wed the lady in the girl's church, no, it depends on who is married. It depends on your husband. But the man should wed you in his church. In his own church.
Sometimes the parents of the man too will say no.
Definitely. Not sometimes, all the time.
They'll say no. How will the girl dictate?
Most of the times, the parents of the girl forget that the parents of the man is also the number one. She is answering Dr. Mrs. Chioma. Ume is not her father's name. Ibezim is not my father's name. But we've left there, and this is where we belong.
So the parents should know that actually that marriage should be done in.
Yes, that is where it should be done. No other place. But I see a lot of times, especially, let me not call the religion. Let me be careful. But you see them insist, and you hear the men say, "Mommy, since it's the last thing I will do, let me just do it for them and go." So every man wed your wife in your church. But if you decide to do it for your wife, and as long as that church is not against But if it's me, you will wed that lady in your church. That is the right thing. That's the ideal thing to do. Any other question? Wow. How many of you want to marry? I didn't say her husband, her type of husband. How many of you want it? This is why we are here today. Every single lady online. Every single man online. She's going to pray for all the single ladies. God, I will pray for all the single men. May God, as she's learning, may God bless you with the right person and also make you the right person. So, because if you're right, you meet your look-alike. God didn't bring another woman from the dust. He went to Adam. He took the rib from Adam. So God will give you some. I hear people say, God, give me a man who will take me the way I am. It's a lie. I refuse. So if you're bad, he should take it that way. No. He will treat me the way I am, love me the way I am. If you have a bad attitude, change it. If you are too proud and arrogant, change it. Yes. Prepare for an opportunity that may never come. Then it comes and you're not prepared. Get ready. So that God will, Jesus is the coach and he knows when you're ready. He knows the right man and he will cause the right man to come to you. So she is an example of a lady who made the right decision. Chose the right man, even as a child. She's going to pray for you right now. That's what I have to do.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Father, we are grateful for this moment. We thank you for this program.
Yes,
we believe that a lot of lives have been touched and lives shall be transformed in this program. The Bible says that none shall lack her mate. Father, in the name of Jesus, we speak to every single lady that wherever their husbands are, wherever their spouses are, we call them forth. 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 In the name of Jesus. No limitation, no barrier. In the name of Jesus. We pray that it comes to manifestation. We don't care about their age. We don't care about everything that is obstructing them. We stand by the name of Jesus and by the word of God that says, none shall lack her mate. We call that man forth in the name of Jesus. But I will declare, we speak today that lady, that man that reads transformation, that reads reformation, but I will pray that you reform them. We pray that you transform them in the name of Jesus. Change them, change their attitude. Father, help them to see better. Help them to see right tomorrow in the name of Jesus. We ask, oh God, for your blessing. Blessing. If it's money, finances that is holding that marriage, we call for money. We call for money. We call for money in the name of Jesus. Testimony shall come from this program. Testimony shall come from this program. That people will say, it happened a few weeks after that program, few days after that program. So shall it be. So shall it be. So shall it be. In the name of Jesus. Thank you for your Father. In the name of Jesus. Amen. You young man over there, you're watching, you're listening, you're live, you're going to watch later. You're a pastor, you desire a good wife. Makita handali, mandelebro zakatalabala. When God made Adam, God saw that he needed a help meter. I want you to understand that woman is coming as a helper, not for you to taunt, not for you to kill, not for you to destroy. That was why you answered Mr. Groom on your wedding day, because your seed is about to be released to you, for you to groom and bring her out the bed. I release the halabodeke, yakata kita handalaba. I release
your life partner.
Amen.
I release the woman that will stand by you. I release the woman that will see the potential in you. I release the woman that will see your tomorrow. I release the woman that will see where you're going. I release the woman that will make you to come out better. I release the woman that will make you to shine forth. The word of God says, he that findeth a wife, findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor from the Lord. I decree that you shall find a woman that will attract favor for you. If it happened for me, it shall happen for you. If it happened for her, it shall happen for you. Every associate syndrome, you are destroyed right now. Every confusion, you are destroyed right now. Every stagnation, you are destroyed right now. Every negative pattern, you are destroyed right now. Every financial limitation, you are destroyed right now. Every cause, every cause that is laid upon you, that cause is lifted right now. That cause is lifted right now.
In the name of Jesus. Amen.
Woman of God, there is what we call 24-hour miracle.
Yes.
In the book of Genesis chapter number 24, Rebecca left her house a single lady, and by the time she was going back, she wore her nose ring. Her brother saw her and took off. We decree, somebody wants us online one day, and as we were online, the right man to marry her said, something took me over, and this is my wife. Proposal was done that day. We decree 24-hour proposal. We decree proposal. Amen. 72 hours proposal. Amen. 1 week proposal. Amen. 1 month proposal. Amen. This season of life shall not pass you by. Amen. This season of life shall not pass you by. May is a month to remember. May is a month to remember. Amen. Every limitation is broken. Every barrier is broken. Every hindrance is broken. In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
We're in a situation where people get engaged today, get married January, February, they're talking about divorce. We're in a situation where people get married. Even on the wedding day, they are fighting. We exempt you from such relationship. We exempt you from such relationship. Woman of God, something will happen as we are holding our hands. Every wrong relationship today will end. Every relationship leaving you nowhere today will end. Every relationship that has come to kill you today will end. In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
In my own case, my father said no. In our own case, our father was the problem. Any parent that would be a hindrance to what God is about to do, we decree that Jehovah will visit them in the dream of the night. God will give them the same conviction in the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus.
Amen. Amen.
Either finding a wife, finding a good thing. So those of you who are married and things are not working, if we got married and everywhere changed, my husband will tell you, maybe the next one, I will come with my husband, she will come with her husband, so we'll be doing a couple. And then you hear us talk. Everything about him changed. Everything about her changed. In that your relationship right now. She said in 5 years everything changed. And by the time he was coming to propose, they saw a name. They could reckon with that name. We decree it upon your life.
Amen.
We pass it as an irrevocable decree. That shall happen for you. In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
And she said there's one of her friends that so encouraged her. May God take you away from bad friends.
Amen.
May God take you away from that one who will tell you, is it that one that you will go to?
Amen.
That one who doesn't have a car. That one whose parents are poor. Is it that one you will go to? I pray that God will surround you with godly and good friends. We hold our hands together and we pass it as a decree. That one that will lead you to shame, that one that will lead you astray, shall get out of your life. That one shall get out of your situation in the name of Jesus. And finally, the Bible says in Isaiah 34 verse 16b, none shall lack her mates. Read it out from the book of the Lord. So from today, your mate will locate you. Amen. You will not lack him. Amen. You will not lack her. Amen. From today, amen. From this moment, amen. From now, from today, from now, your mate will locate you. This prayer will cut across negative causes. It will cut across manipulation. It will cut across causes. It will cut across negative patterns. Your mate shall locate you. In the name of Jesus. Father, we thank you.
Thank you, faithful Father.
We give you all the glory.
Thank you, Jesus.
We give you all honor.
Thank you, Jesus.
All adoration.
Thank you, faithful
Wrong
Father.
relationship, you fail.
Amen.
Wrong relationship, you cease to exist. You will not be there anymore. That one that will give you life will come. Amen. The one that will kill you will not come.
Yes.
Father, we lift up our hands.
Thank you, Jesus.
And we say, hallowed be your name. Thank you, faithful Father. We return all glory, all honor, all adoration, all supremacy, all thanksgiving. Let them all be ascribed unto your name. In the name of Jesus. Amen. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You didn't talk to them. You just, I was just blown apart. What a unique attitude. What a training. What a lifestyle. I thank you all for joining. And do us a favor, make sure you like the video, share to a whole lot of people. And later, go to YouTube, you're going to watch it there. Go to all our social media platforms. It's going to be on Instagram, it's already on Facebook. We'll also upload on YouTube. And may God bless you and keep you in Jesus' name. God bless you and keep you in Jesus' name. Amen. Bye-bye.